So how will these indicative votes work? Well, MPs can put forward their alternative proposals, but it will be up to the Speaker of the House of Commons to decide which are voted on. The chosen ideas will be put to a ballot, and members then decide to support as many as they like. Voting begins at 7 p.m. and the results are due to be announced later tonight. Parliament will then reflect on the results, and on Monday, the plan is to take a closer look at 2 or 3 of the ideas that proved the most popular among lawmakers. Bloomberg's European Open anchor Anna Edwards joins us with all the insight from Westminster. Anna, great to have you with us. Good morning. So what are some of the different options floating around?
Yeah, good morning to you, Naira. Before we get to the options, important to consider one part of what you're talking about there in the process of today, the potential for sabotage. So at the moment, we've had this plan for indicative votes set out, but that is going to be debated. So 2, 3 o'clock UK time, that will be debated and rival motions could be put. So look out for any attempts by those who don't like this takeover by MPs. Look out for any attempts to sabotage the process there. Assuming it all goes ahead, then yes, let's talk about some of the options that could be debated. A Labour Customs Union, this is an interesting one to watch. This is actually a plan from the Labour Party that they could back Theresa May's withdrawal deal if she agrees to talk about a customs union in the future relationship. And this taps into something quite interesting. Remember, the withdrawal agreement is the thing that is legally binding with Brussels, and the future arrangement is not. So we could see some room for manoeuvre around that. Other things that could be on the ballot paper that MPs are going to take off and tick the options that they could stomach: a different type of customs union, a confirmatory second referendum, something called a Norway plan, which includes EFTA and the EEA, a Norway plus, a no-deal bloc. There are many options going to be on this paper. MPs will have to choose. And the key thing to watch out for here in terms of the bigger picture as well is anything that looks like chaos could kind of backfire for the MPs who want a softer Brexit and could end up supporting Theresa May in her attempts to get her deal through. Because remember, that is not dead just yet.
Yes, and speaking of that, speaking of the Prime Minister and her deal, Anna, is there a prospect that the cost of getting her deal through could be her job?
Yeah, indeed. So we're looking at this twin-track process. So on the one hand, we've got indicative votes taking place, MPs trying to take over the agenda, and they're doing that today and perhaps on Monday as well. In the meantime, Theresa May is still trying to build support for her deal. She wants meaningful vote number 3 to take place either tomorrow or perhaps even Friday. Some reports have suggested that that's Michael Gove's plan. But what will be the price of getting those recalcitrant MPs to finally come on board and back her? Could it be her naming a date for her departure? We spoke to one Brexiteer yesterday who suggested that's the case. She's going to meet the 1922 committee later on this evening. That's the backbench MPs within her party. And she's going to perhaps be pushed to name a date. Could that be enough? Will it come soon enough? Have they left it too late to make this move? Because the more we hear about this kind of plan from the Brexiteers, the more those on the Remain side of the Conservative Party might be looking at the indicative votes process and saying, hang on a second, if we hang on till Monday, maybe we can get something different. So the next few days are going to be jam-packed. They're going to be very important as far as where the Brexit process goes. Next, we have heard from the likes of Boris Johnson, Jacob Rees-Mogg, real holdout Brexiteers, that they might be tempted to come round and back Theresa May's plan if certain changes were to pass. The DUP still haven't come on board, of course. Remember, she has until Friday of this week to get her deal through according to the terms that she agreed in Brussels. That then moves Brexit to May 22nd. So the next few days are going to be crucial. As I say, these twin tracks still running in parallel.